On the mountain road at a great speed rushes a cool car. At the wheel sits Gru, who soon arrives at a large castle where the students of the School of Villains gather. Gru has given up criminal activity and has become a spy for the Anti-Villain League. Soon 3 minions appear and Gru orders them to find Maxim Le Mal, a wanted villain and his longtime school rival. A few minutes later, they enter a party where he wants to talk to Maxim. But their conversation is interrupted by the presenter, who announces the winner in the nomination of the Best Graduate. Much to Gru's dismay, it is Maxim. Maxim brags that thanks to his experiments he has become a super strong hybrid of a human and a cockroach. Gru reveals that he is a spy and tries to arrest the villain. But thanks to his new abilities, Maxim fends off numerous attacks from Gru and his minions. Fortunately, agents with tasers show up in time to save the day. Maxim is arrested, but he threatens revenge. The next day, Gru returns home with his shopping, where his wife Lucy is waiting for him, his adopted daughters Margot, Edith, and Agnes, and his newborn son Junior, who does not yet realize that Gru is his father. Silas soon appears. The director of the Anti-Villain League, who reports that Maxim has managed to escape from prison. Because of the great danger, Gru's family has to move, which is most upsetting for Agnes, who has to leave her beloved goat Lucky behind in the Anti-Villain League. Silas takes the family and 3 minions to their new home, while the rest of the minions on the bus cause quite a chaos. Soon the family makes it to a small house in the town of Mayflower, where one of the minions immediately gets stuck in a candy vending machine. Silas gives everyone new names and orders them to behave carefully until Maximus is caught. Meanwhile, a cockroach in a soldier's uniform arrives at a secret base in the sewers, where his boss Maxim and his girlfriend Valentina are waiting for him. Maxim is going to steal Gru's newborn son to avenge his enemy for all his suffering. Gru's family settles into their new place, and Gru tries to make friends with his neighbor Perry, but he shows no interest, and neither does his spoiled daughter Poppy. When Gru takes Margot to school, Poppy looks at him very suspiciously. Meanwhile, at the Anti-Villain League base, the minions are testing new weapons. Silas announces that he needs volunteers to catch Maximus. Only the 5 minions reluctantly agree. They are then injected with a super elixir. The elixir turns them into huge mega minions. The first one can fly. The second can stretch his body. The third is very strong. The fourth can shoot laser beams out of his eyes. And the fifth has a powerful stone body. While Silas prepares the minions for their mission, Lucy takes Agnes and Edith to karate school. Sensei turns out to be very harsh and punishes Agnes for not saying her new name. Edith challenges Sensei to a duel and, to the great joy of all the students, almost immediately makes him give up. Lucy goes to the beauty parlor on her first day of work, although she has absolutely no experience. A demanding client asks to give her a new hairstyle. But inexperienced Lucy accidentally sets the woman's hair on fire, and in trying to put it out, sets a fire inside. Everyone runs outside and Lucy loses her job on her first day of work. Meanwhile, Maxim creates a powerful weapon to turn humans into cockroach hybrids and a large cockroach-shaped spaceship. He then flies out of the sewers with Valentina to search for Gru. Gru is in the car unsuccessfully trying to teach Junior how to say the word daddy. The boy suddenly bursts a balloon, causing Gru to flinch and fall face first into a banana. In the evening, when Gru takes out the trash, Poppy is waiting for him, who has revealed the true identity of the new neighbor. She forces the man to help her become a supervillain, threatening to tell everyone about him and his family if he refuses. In the morning, Gru meets his neighbor Patsy, who turns out to be much friendlier than his spouse and invites Gru and his family to play tennis. Soon Poppy calls Gru to talk in her treehouse. Maxim reveals to Valentina that he hates Gru because he stole his musical number at the talent show. He's been his worst enemy ever since. Maxim flies into a gas station where he doesn't like the service, and he goes on a rampage with his gun, turning the gas station manager into a human-slash-roach hybrid. Lucy goes shopping at the supermarket with Edith and Agnes, where she is recognized by a woman whom she burned her hair at a beauty salon. The woman wants to take revenge on Luca and rushes after her. So Luca, together with her adopted daughters, has to try very hard to escape from her pursuer while causing real chaos in the store. In the treehouse, Poppy reveals that she wants to capture Lenny, villain school mascot. To protect his family, Gru has to comply and travel there with the minions in a hot air balloon. This is when the Mega Minions and go on their first mission as superheroes to help the townspeople and practice their abilities. A strong minion throws a rock at a thief who has stolen a backpack. However, the rock unexpectedly returns like a boomerang and hits the robbery victim right in the head. The flying minion notices a window washer who almost falls to the ground. The minion cleans the window for him and flies away, leaving the poor man hanging at a high altitude. A minion with a laser saves a kitten from a tree and gets a kiss of gratitude from the pet's owner for doing so. The minion is very happy about this and accidentally destroys everything around him with the laser. The elastic minion notices a train about to derail. The minion stops the train, but because of his powers, the train is pushed backwards and crashes into the wall of a building. The stone minion helps the SWAT team to defuse the bomb by swallowing it and exploding it inside him. The policeman rejoices, but the minion has a powerful burp due to the explosion inside, which destroys everything around him. The townspeople are very angry at the clueless minions, so Silas takes them away and says that they didn't pass the test. A few minutes later, Gru and Poppy make it to the villain's school. However, the minions accidentally take the children's bag instead of Gru's. Gru manages to cut the window with a pin and pulls out the glass using a pacifier on a bottle. The whole group climbs inside, where they are nearly spotted by the janitor, but Gru saves the day again. In the hallway, the minions cover the security cameras with baby diapers, and using baby powder, Gru discovers the security lasers. Junior cleverly sneaks inside and accidentally presses a secret button that disables the lasers. Gru quickly realizes how to get the hidden cage with sleeping Lenny and is going to tranquilize him just in case. But due to Junior's actions, the pet wakes up and the syringe hits Gru. It numbs his leg. The whole group tries to catch Lenny running erratically around the room, but Poppy accidentally presses another button, which activates the alarm system. The door immediately closes and the principal wakes up in her upgraded wheelchair. The woman sets off in pursuit of the intruders. Junior manages to calm Lenny down by feeding him a bag of fruit juice. The group makes their way out of the office, where the headmaster nearly catches them, making his chair even more powerful and menacing. Poppy nearly falls through a hole in the floor, but Gru manages to grab her arm at the last moment. Gru also manages to neutralize the principal by shooting baby formula into her eyes. The group notices an unusual modernized carriage, and Gru manages to start its engines and lift it into the air. When the group returns home, Poppy thanks her neighbor for a great evening and promises to keep their secret. In addition, this incredible adventure has brought Junior closer to her father. However, the headmistress is not about to give up. She contacts her favorite student Maxim and shows him Gru's whereabouts, thanks to the tracker on Lenny's mascot's body. The next morning, Gru is getting ready for a tennis match with his neighbor. He and Lucy head to the tennis club and Poppy goes to their house where she meets Margot, Edith, and Agnes. On the tennis court, Paris is about to beat Gru easily without realizing that the umpire is one of the neighbor's minions. As soon as the game begins, the minion starts cheating. He raises the net to keep the ball from going over to Gru's side and then shows Perry several red cards in a row. Meanwhile, the girls are having fun at home with Lenny until there is a knock at their door. Headmistress Poppy hides Lenny and Margot sends a message to her father asking him to come home immediately. Lucy realizes their identities have been revealed and informs Silas. The Mega Minions rush to Gru's aid. When Gru and Lucy return home, the headmaster threateningly demands the return of the talisman and attacks the thieves. The minions help their master in a tense battle. There is real chaos inside, and without anyone noticing, Junior steps outside the house. Just at that moment, Maxim flies up to the house of his enemy. Lucy manages to temporarily deactivate the headmaster's chair by throwing a lamp at him. Seeing that Maxim has grabbed Junior, Gru rushes in pursuit, while Lucy continues the fight with the headmaster. Together with Poppy, Gru takes a flying carriage to Maxim's ship and jumps right onto the windshield. Maxim loses his bearings, causing the ship to crash into a building. However, Maxim manages to turn Junior into a hybrid of a human and a cockroach, who now fully obeys his orders. As a result of the fight, Maxim's ship is disabled and Gru attacks his opponent with a metal pipe, but he easily blocks all the blows and flies away with the child. Gru doesn't give up, but hangs directly from the crane's boom. And Maxim is about to throw him to the ground. Gru says goodbye to his son and tells him how much he loves him. After these words, the child finally comes to his senses and attacks Maxim. The villain tries to swing the kid away, but Gru, who has arrived, throws his opponent to the ground. The Mega Minions appear and knock Maxim down along with a pack of bulls. Then he gets soiled by pigeons and stung by bees. And finally, a stone minion falls right on top of him. After defeating the villain, Gru is reunited with his family and Junior finally says the word daddy, much to Gru's delight. After a few days, the family finally returns home and Gru brings Agnes a little goat that she has missed very much. Gru goes to the base of the Anti-Villain League, where he confesses to Maxim that he stole his musical number in revenge for pulling down his pants in the school hallway. The former villains finally reconcile and sing together in prison, where all the villains Gru has ever encountered are located. Poppy enrolls in villain school, and Gru lives happily with his family and minions. Except he forgot about one of them, who is stuck in a vending machine and is still trying to get out of the trap. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.